everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Vanilla Runs in the Binding of Isaac, although randoming blind and getting Isaac actually does make this almost the definition of vanilla. But what I was gonna say is that it's actually not vanilla because, you know, we're subject to the rules of the random number generator. We have been randoming Isaac a lot lately. Not that I'm complaining, especially when we get an all stats upgrade in the first room, because I like Isaac. Isaac is, you know, probably decidedly my favorite character in the game. You could run some numbers, you know, maybe, there's probably been times in the past where I've said that maybe Judas is my favorite character. I think there's an objective case to be made for the idea that Cain is the best character, simply because of the virtue of the fact that he has always good pills and high luck, although luck may not always be an objective positive. But for me, I think the D6 basically makes Isaac the best character in the game. I don't even remember what life was like before the D6 as Isaac, so I can't comment on that, but hopefully we'll be able to prove why Isaac is my favorite hero. I guess, you know, that's more a matter of personal preference, but in any case, one second, I'm distracted by my cat here. He's trying to climb up and attack my headphones. I need those to hear you, ding dong. You were sleeping 10 seconds ago. What happened? Alright, but we should be able to kill the widow regardless. Hopefully this isn't causing too much feedback, and then I will go throw this cat off of the balcony. I'm not actually going to do that. It's funny, if you go watch, like, cat videos or pet videos of any kind on YouTube, there's always like a surprisingly disproportionate dislikes to likes ratio. I mean, it's usually still pretty good, but you'll always find a lot more dislikes than you'd expect for a video if that was like that popular. I think the reason is you'll always see someone in the comments like, "Yo, man, you shouldn't be dropping ham on your cat's face. Like, cats have feelings too, and they're always going to associate ham with depression now." And you're like, you know, I'm not a veterinarian, nor am I the dog whisperer or some kind of veterinary psychologist, so I don't know. Maybe that is indeed true. Excuse me, I need these to play video games for the internet. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was talking to my cat, not to you guys. But there's always that one dude in the comments who's like, seriously. I mean, sometimes he's right. He's like, hey, don't throw your cat in the fireplace. And, you know, that's a pretty good philosophy to live by, I would say. But then there's some dudes who's like, you're petting your cat the wrong way. And you're like, okay, just ease up there, internet vigilante warrior. I am definitely going to drop a bomb down here and see what this tarot card holds for us. It is the Lover's card, which is actually perfect. A bomb for 2 hearts in this situation actually seems like a fairly smart trade. So let's continue moving onwards here. Again, I just want to point out, hopefully the microphone sounds normal to you guys again. I hesitate to say what was wrong with it. I may have already said it in an earlier video, but basically, I thought I had an omnidirectional mic, which basically means a microphone that picks up sound in all directions. Turns out I had a unidirectional mic, which was facing backwards. So when you were like, hey, Northernlion, you sound pretty echoey, that's because I was echoey. Apparently, I was echoing off of the back wall of my house here. And then it was picking up from the other side of the microphone, which is pretty weird, but again, apologies. This is, again, some technical difficulties are just bad luck. That one is me being kind of an idiot and not understanding anything about audio engineering, so, you know, that's the kind of shit that's gonna happen from time to time. Seriously, kitten, I know you want to play some Binding of Isaac, but not until you're 12, because there's some graphic themes and imagery here. Good, fall asleep, but don't push my mouse onto the screen. Thank you. Okay, let's see what we've got in our item room here. Actually, this is awesome. We've had 2 very good item rooms so far. Max's Head, one of my favorite damage items in the game, simply by virtue of the fact that it obviously gives us more damage than your average damage upgrade. I think it's like 2 as opposed to 1, or maybe 1.5 as opposed to 1. I don't even know. Obviously, I'm not the right person to be asking here. We do have a library, and we do have a key, and that makes this very tempting. Obviously, the shop, not really in my best interest right now. With only 3 cents, I could probably buy, you know, a red heart if it's on sale. We got another heart there that I can't do anything with, but the library might actually be worthwhile. I don't want any of these, but as people have mentioned, I might as well pick them up just so they get out of the rotation for the rerolls here. And then we'll reroll again, and we got Book of Sin. And here's the question. Sure, I'll take the pill. I'm pleased with that, actually. For now. And you know what? We will take Book of Revelations, because here's what I'm thinking. This should work, right? Like, I should get famine on this floor now, and then I should be able to give myself at least a 3rd level cube of meat by the time we get further into the game. I hope that's the case anyway. We'll see. Okay, I am indeed fighting famine, so I hope this works. Sometimes, you know, the Book of Revelations can be a little bit wonky, and it can fuck with you a little bit. Like, for example, if it gives you the pony instead of one of the horsemen, or if it gives you, like, Conquest or something. The thing is, you can re-roll the pony as long as you pick it up first, but I can't, you know, pick up Book of Revelations, use it on every floor, and, you know, carry the D6 with me. Unless, in Rebirth, they add that new item that I've always been suggesting that lets you hold 2 spacebar items and alternate between them. Anyway, I don't want either of those, so I would say it is down to the next floor. So far, so good. an all stats upgrade, a tears plus damage upgrade, a straight damage upgrade. We have had a lot of very Northernlion positive upgrades so far, to say the least. Now, just hide out in the corner here. We have another item room. Hopefully the streak continues. Of course, now that I am missing... This is actually not so bad, but I was going to say is now that I'm missing the D6, in all likelihood, I'm probably going to come across some worse items. And I don't think I actually used my rolling at all, which, you know, if I had saved my D6 and kept at that... like, I used Book of Revelation, so I'm guaranteed to get Famine, and then... used my D6 for that devil room, I might have been able to make something better happen. That was probably the most possible beneficial way to go about things. Sadly, I don't usually do things the way that, you know, is mathematically for the best, because I'm a little bit short-sighted and I'm rash, but, you know, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. We're gonna get this key for sure, which may allow us to go to the shop. Depends how much money we inevitably get over the course of the rest of this floor. Not to sound cocky, but, you know, money is one of those things. It flows pretty freely, usually in the form of pennies, or if we're lucky, nickels or dimes, or even dollars, I suppose, or quarters. There's a lot of currency denominations in this game. But this is a non-denominational Isaac play. I will take any kind of money that you feel free to, or that you feel you should give me game. There is Book of Revelations, which should guarantee that we fight Pestilence on this floor. And after this, you know, this is really one of the only floors where we'll have to manage our Book of Revelations use effectively. After this, we should absolutely 100% be able to get a Book of Revelations charge on every floor before the boss fight. Even if we want to fight the boss pretty early on, because these floors are obviously going to get much, much larger as we continue. So this will give us the second cube of meat. I'm psyched that we do not have the pony or conquest yet. But, you know, that's an ever-present specter kind of hanging over our run right now. If we end up getting one of those, we'll only get third level cube of meat, or even second, which would be really shitty and probably mean that I would have preferred to go with a D6. But, you know, it's a risk versus reward kind of thing. We've got a decent-sized chance of at least getting a third level Meat Boy. I'd say a very good chance of getting third level Meat Boy. A decent-sized chance of getting a fourth level Meat Boy, which are big predictors of success. So, yeah, I think I am going to go look for the item room just because I have enough keys to go to the shop and still go to the item room on the next floor. So let's check this out. That is not it. And now I don't know where it is. And that scares me, so I may actually just leave now and look for the secret room on the next floor. Don't want to hemorrhage bombs just yet. You never know. We may come across tinted rocks or something. And Spirit Hearts are always valuable. I mean, I should be having more Spirit Hearts than I am by way of Book of Revelations. But, you know, Book of Revelations, the Spirit Hearts for now are secondary. It was really just getting to that fourth level Meat Boy that is the primary reason I picked it up. That being said, if the Spirit Hearts allow me to live a little bit longer than I otherwise would, you're not going to hear me complaining. So, let's come up here. We have an arcade. We have enough. Here's the thing. I would love to go to the arcade, but I kind of want to bet everything on red here. And what I mean by that, because that's totally vague and a strange idiom. Wow, that was a really good shot, but hey, he found the secret room for me, so fair trade. Or maybe not. What I mean by that, and you know what? Why don't we check out the secret room as well, or this room as well? Oh, it gives us 9 lives? That's fucking horrible. And I have to spend a bomb to get out of here as well. Okay, you know what? We're gonna spend our money then, because I've already spent a little bit. What I was thinking is we can get Nun's Habit, then go to the blood bank, and then we'll get paid every time we get, like, we'll get Book of Revelations charges every time we play the blood bank as well. Anyway, that's neither here nor there anymore, because things have gone kind of tits up for us on this last secret room, but that's okay. A little bit of money back, a couple of bombs as well to compensate for the ones I lost. Thank God we have Book of Revelations charge after this, because I am getting a little bit scarily low on health. And our item room contains for us Mom's bottle of pills. Interesting. Let's see what we get. Please be good. Please be good. That is not bad. I don't know if I necessarily go so far as to say it's good, but it certainly could be worse. Now, the ideal for me on this floor maybe is fighting Conquest or the Pony. I realize you're saying Northernlion, you can't pick up Conquest or the Pony, because then you'll lose your Book of Revelations and your whole, like, plan to get the Horsemen of the Apocalypse is gonna backfire. Yes, but it would at least take Conquest and the Pony out of the rotation, so that I wouldn't have to fight them later and could guarantee myself a 3rd or 4th level cube of meat, which is really what I'm looking for in the whole scheme of things. Anyway, I walked on the spike because I'm a big ding-dong. Okay, keep moving up and around here. What am I thinking right now? We desperately need to find some red hearts. We are on the catacombs. It's a hard-ish floor. There's another library. And, you know, if I didn't have Book of Revelations, or if I didn't have the opportunity to get 4th or 3rd level Meat Boy, like, as in if I didn't get Book of Revelations as early as I did, I might be in the market for sacrificing Book of Revelations and picking up perhaps a Book of Belial instead. But in our present situation, I really feel like Book of Revelations is the way to go. We've kind of committed to that. We have to stick with it. And that's okay. I'm happy to be in that position. Book of Revelations is not it's not as good as I used to think it was. That being said, if you get it early in the game, it can be a big predictor of your success, or a big helper in getting success, again, by way of that 4th level Meat Boy, which can vary from being remarkably useful to kind of useless and just like hanging around as if you are a helicopter parent or something. Might as well go down and get some extra Book of Revelations charges, if at all possible. I'm not going to the arcade yet, because I don't have the health necessary to make it really work for me. Oh, but I can't go into... This is kind of shitty. You know what? Okay, we're gonna fight the boss. Obviously, the other thing that I really want is... You know, my health is not fantastic, but I would be willing to offer some of it up for the opportunity to pick up a sweet damage item from a deal with the devil. Obviously, that bomb was very well used there. I like any boss that kind of like ricochets around the walls like a DVD player screensaver. I like to... Oh, shit, I probably shouldn't have used Book of Revelations until we at least got down on the next floor, but this is okay. I like to plant a bomb just because, A, they're predictable, and B, my brain somehow doesn't recognize that they're predictable, so I oftentimes get hit by them regardless of the fact that they should be pretty easy to dodge, so the faster we kill them, the better. Also, they tend to have low HP. Duke of Flies, low HP. The Larry Jr.'s that fly, low HP, so that was bomb well spent to get Blue Baby's soul, I guess. We still haven't been to the shop at all on this run, which is obviously kind of not the way that I wanted things to go. And I haven't really spent that much money. I spent a little bit of money on a slot machine, but we would, at best, we would be in like a 7-cent condition right now, or maybe like a 10-cent, but that doesn't really matter when it comes to shops. It's the 7 and 15 threshold. Good, we're back to full health. Our health isn't as good necessarily as I would want it to be, but that's okay. We're going to put a bomb right here. This will allow us to get a lot of money. And also open up that golden chest. I was looking for the secret room as well. We could have killed like 8 birds with 1 stone. I think, you know, Curved Horn is probably a little bit better than Blue Baby's Soul in this situation. I'm not, you know, looking a gift horse in the mouth when it comes to Blue Baby's Soul. I think it's an okay item. Or an okay trinket, but Curved Horn is straight damage upgrade. I will take the straight damage upgrade over the familiar any day of the week, basically, because I know that I can aim it. So if my aim is good, then I can make better use of that, shall we say. So, yes, we have Mom's Purse in there. That's exactly what I wanted, actually. Now we will look for a little bit more money. We have enough bombs to definitely mean that I could maybe put one here and possibly get this money and the secret room at the same time. Well, the secret room wasn't there, but that was still the smart idea, I think. If we can get 2 more cents over the course of this run, we can pick up Mom's Purse, take the Curved Horn with us, and I think that is a very smart idea for us moving forward. Sadly, we have not found the secret room yet. And I could take Blue Baby's Soul with me for the first little while as well. Anyway, first things first, we got a couple other things to worry about on this floor before we... Oh, how did that explode? Did that hit, like... 2nd level Blue Baby or something? That was super weird. I thought it was much higher in the air, but you know, that goes back to a problem that I have with the Binding of Isaac all the time, which is I can never tell the damn perspective on the things in this game. But so far so good. I mean, we're still not even close to the position where we can start being like, yeah, we're having a killer, incredible run. But it's been pretty good so far. I really can't complain too much. Oh, now I can. I really thought we would make it through there without getting hit, but we did lose half a spirit heart there. Unfortunately. It's okay, though. Obviously, our item room with portable slot is not really my cup of tea, to put it 100% politely. We are still going to look around here. I'm looking for the first secret room, as well as an opportunity to possibly get a, I don't know, another item by way of, well, you know, that's probably unlikely, actually. Maybe a mob trap room or a boss trap room that I could abuse an arcade to get to or something. In any case, just getting Mom's Purse is going to be valuable enough. It's basically... We're paying 15 cents for a damage upgrade if you want to simplify it. Assuming we can actually get one, of course. Now, just be cool here. This is not the easiest kind of layout I've ever had for these rooms. Yeah, there we go. We've taken a little bit of damage. But, you know, all told, there are like 7 of these green dudes. To get hit once is not that big of a deal. And the other reason we're going through all these rooms, and now, obviously, I regret that because these are my least favorite enemies in the game, but at least we can hit them from afar. The other reason is to get more Book of Revelations charges. Now, we should be fighting War on this floor. who will be proportionally easier than the enemies that have come before it, basically. I don't really want to mess with that. I guess we're done then. We did use Book of Revelations in this floor. We had to. We went to like 12 rooms. Sure. Okay, so I'd say we're good to go. We'll buy Mom's purse. We'll get the F out of here. I should look for the secret room just in case we find enough money to be able to go to the shop on the next floor. Although, you know, the possibilities of greed are probably increasing at this point. 3 more cents is not really what I was looking for. I was hoping maybe in the 9 to 13 range, but that's okay. By the way, please don't take that 9 to 13 range out of context. That sounds really, really bad. Let us... Good, go fight the boss. If we end up fighting Conquest, it's not the end of the world, or the pony, but I really would prefer if that was not the case, so we'll just pick this up. I'm not going to buy the Spirit Heart, we don't need it yet. I think that 5 cents is more valuable to possibly use on the next floor. Good, we're fighting War. It's a champion version, but I'd rather fight 10 champion versions of War than 1 of Conquest. I don't even know, I don't think we can, this is the misnomer, I think. I don't think we can fight Conquest yet. I think we can only fight Conquest on Utero or the Womb. So I apologize for probably misrepresenting the chances of running into some dickbags. So we're just going to try to blow up War a little bit. I should have the speed necessary to get around him. There's a little bit more money for us as well. I haven't done as well in this fight as I would have liked, but, you know, Troll Bomb's pain in the ass, as well as those extra abilities from War as well. So there's our 3rd level cube of meat. We got a little bit of Spirit Heart and money as well. And I'm feeling pretty good. Mom might be a slight issue, but I don't foresee it stopping us unless we have a really, really terrible floor kind of leading up to it. But assuming we manage to do at least... Oh, I dodged right into that. Assuming we manage to do at least even half decently, it should be okay for us here. We have 1 more item room, we have 1 more shop, at least the potential of going to 1 more shop, at which point I would love to find... Here's the thought, that was really bad, by the way. Would I rather have... what if I come across something like the... blue candle. I'm just popping this open to get a little bit more money, and I was hoping there was a key in there as well, and then we'll have to scrounge for 1. But anyway, what if I come across the blue candle? Is blue candle better than guaranteed, or at least likely guaranteed, 4th level cube of meat versus 3rd level cube of meat, plus the Spirit Hearts that it would have as well? That's a tough call, because the Book of Revelations is the kind of thing that is probably going to be much less useful than blue candle for us. Once we get out of the kind of area of the game where it's valuable to give us the cubes of meat. Like, after we get the 4th level cube of meat, Book of Revelations is just occasional Spirit Hearts, and that's fine. But it's not enough to, like, really write home about, if that makes sense. Like, Book of Revelation, sure, it's great, but, you know, the Spirit Hearts are not going to be enough to save our life, whereas Blue Candle and the damage that Blue Candle provides, especially maybe in conjunction with the 4th level cube of meat, or 3rd level cube of meat, I should say, might be enough to actually kind of synergize really well and take us through to victory. Can't say that with 100% confidence, of course. I can say that we have enough money to go to the shop with 100% confidence, but of course I wasted my key, because that's the way the Binding of Isaac works. 6 of one, half a dozen or another. You give up your kingdom for a knife, and then all of a sudden, you know, you need a kingdom to use your knife. I don't even know if that turn of phrase makes any sense at all. Apologies, we woke up pretty early this morning, and there is no coffee in the house, or caffeinated tea. We have decaf chamomile tea that is not enough to sustain my terrible, terrible addiction. It's like someone's, like, addicted to cocaine, and you're like, well, we have Snapple. And you're like, motherfucker. I was going to just quote Bob Saget from Half Baked, but I hate when people do that. Sure, Doctor's Remote doesn't really interest me, but thank you to everyone who pointed out that Doctor's Remote actually does not convey the possibility to go to the I Am Error room. That's actually really useful to know, because I was always like, well, I don't want to use my teleport as much as possible because it might accidentally cost us going to the item room of the shop or the boss room, etc., etc., whereas it actually doesn't. So clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, there's a key. That's good. We can go to the shop. That's all we really needed for the rest of this floor, but we will keep going around. We'll get more keys, potentially to use those on golden chests later. Notice I didn't say the chest, because I think it's fairly, well, to be polite but still as optimistic as possible, it's very much up in the air whether that's going to be a possibility. 4th level Meat Boy is going to be a nice little helper to get there. I really don't see Mom stopping us. A lot of it kind of hinges on this shop. If we get a compass, if we get, I don't know, the world's greatest mom's coin purse with, like, amazing pills, if we get maybe Blue Candle, I haven't really decided that yet. It's painful to think about. whether I would get rid of Book of Revelations at this late stage to pick up Blue Candle. So I'm just ignoring it for now, and maybe we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But for now, we'll shoot these bombs. And we're doing crazy damage, by the way. This is awesome. You'll never hear me complain about our base damage over the course of this run, unless we fight Isaac, and it turns out we're not doing very much damage at all. Max's head plus all stats up, plus the ability to take the curved horn down all the way through the rest of the game is huge. It's really beneficial for us, and it's the kind of thing that happens pretty rarely, so I'm excited that we're able to kind of live in these forward times right now. I don't know how I got hit there. Did the bomb fly that was super far away actually end up being in my hitbox? If so, that's disappointing. We definitely are at the shop now because this is the end of this floor, and the keyhole and the whole map thing. I'm taking a little bit more damage, but I'm still technically at full health, full red health anyway. I've lost a few spirit hearts, but everyone's made mistakes in their lives, I would say. Let us go and pick up the greed misery is, I guess, where I was going to finish that sentence. You thought I was going to say pick up an item from the shop, didn't you? No, I knew that our happiness was a mere transient thing that hangs on a razor's edge, suspended on a drop of rain in time, and unfortunately that came to fruition there. So, I would say it is our chance to go all the way back down to Mom here. I will definitely be able to beat Mom with the amount of health that I have. Meat Boy should be good crowd control. My damage is totally solid, and what's the real possible issue that we have to worry about here? Getting low health and then getting totally effed once we get down a little bit further. Sorry, my cat again just fell asleep on my mouse pad, so I had to move my mouse there so it didn't accidentally stop the recording. Wouldn't be the first time this ding-dong stepped on my number key, or my number lock key, I should say, and made it so that Fraps didn't record like a 40-minute wargame video. Didn't you, kitty? Didn't you? Yeah, she's a ding-dong. Alright, it's actually a he, so who's the ding-dong now? We've already done a little damage to Mom by virtue of the fact that Meat Boy, I guess, knew exactly where its nuts were residing and just took a quick bite of them as we came into the room. Meat Boy's not really doing too much, just kind of hanging out in, Army Group Center with me. I would love if he would go kill this human popcorn, but apparently that is a long shot. So when I originally said we're definitely not going to die against Mom, I did not anticipate that the fight would go as well as it has so far. This has been pretty darn good. Can't believe I didn't get hit there. Yeah, I have literally zero complaints. That went fantastically. We will take our HP upgrade. We will definitely take our Polaroid. And now it's down to the next floor where we will hopefully get our 4th level cube of meat, which will then make it possible for us to get rid of Book of Revelations in favor of a better spacebar item, maybe. But we haven't really come across a better spacebar item. I mean, I've skipped the item room, but, we've come across portable slot. Whoopee. Big fucking deal. We're on Utero. Harder than the womb. We've been dealing with a lot of alternate floors so far on this run. Oh, be careful. I think the game is finally deciding, you know what, Northernlion, I've had enough of your shit. You always complain about how difficult the troll engine makes your game, and then you... Oh, that was bad. You always complain about how difficult that troll engine makes your game, and then you just beat the shit out of it. Well, that doesn't happen for a long time, but I digress. Oh, just play it cool here. Actually, I have had a couple of good runs. That was not indicative of them, as I just took a bunch of damage against a room that I should... Oh my god. Alright, I took a lot of damage in a room where I definitely should not be taking a lot of damage. But, we did pick up an HP upgrade. I have a little bit more tolerance towards failure now. Thank you, Meat Boy, for helping me out a little bit there. There is some extra... Oh, there's the boss room. So there's some extra health if we don't get back to full health here. I will juice myself up a little bit on, the spoils of our victories from before. Have we used Book of Revelations on this floor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, we have to have used Book of Revelations on this floor. Which means we are guaranteed to be fighting either Conquest the Pony or Death here. Obviously, I want to fight Death. Even if it's not Death, we're going to get down to the next floor. That's good. And you know what? We could get rid of Book of Revelations at that point and maybe pick up a flying item. But it actually is Death. So we are going to get our 4th level Meat Boy. That's commitment right there. We picked up that item on the 2nd floor. The Book of Revelations, I should say, on the 2nd floor. And have just been rolling with it ever since. And you know what? It's done right by us, I would say. It's done a good job of, doing as advertised, I guess you could say. Frame rate's getting a little wonky here, which is weird. Meat Boy, please just do something or anything. We will be able to get back to full health, assuming I don't get hit again. Oh, there we go. Very well done, Meat Boy. Now we have 4th level Meat Boy, and Book of Revelations can now fall by the wayside whenever we want it to. let's continue moving onwards here. So far, so good. At the very least, again, you know, we're fighting Mom's Heart on this floor. I would be pretty darn surprised if we end up losing. Mom's Heart is an easier boss fight than Mom, 9 times out of 10, especially with 15 bombs, and those bombs are Mr. Mega, and I have, you know, Meat Boy to do some crazy damage as well as crowd control. The real question is going to be A, the Cathedral, and B, Isaac himself, or I guess A and A Prime, the Cathedral and Isaac himself, because, I don't know, I have a feeling that Meat Boy's going to do a lot of chewing on Isaac, and that's going to require us to do a lot of dodging, and that doesn't necessarily go well with me. I don't have necessarily the best track record when it comes to dodging shots on that Isaac boss fight. Okay, Meat Boy, we should probably kill the regular Gluttony first. There we go, just to speed this up a little bit and put me in a safer position. Not that it will stop me from getting hit, as I just did. Please tell me you're going to die soon. Alright, he dropped a little bit of health for us and a pill as well. Please be good, please be good. Not bad. Okay, I'll accept it. We do have 4 keys, so I feel okay about opening up this golden chest right now. Even if it did just give us money, which is not really that useful in this post-apocalyptic society we live in. Nope, there's more damage for me. I'm having a real problem, like, conceptualizing where all this damage is coming from. I should definitely trade a bomb for a key here. We might as well look for the secret room in the same location, though. Alright, well, you know, there's always the possibility of those being secret tinted rocks as well. But in the meantime, let's go kill Chubb, shall we? So I guess my strategy for this fight should probably be to try to get Chubb to kind of run at me through Meat Boy. And if he does do that, then that'll probably do a bunch of damage to him, because Meat Boy's individual bites are not that strong, but if you can get sustained damage, then it's really good. Child's Heart, not really that interesting to me. We have some issues on this room, not least of which is this doppelganger, which is going to be a pain in the ass, so we're going to try to fight, yeah, like, vertically whenever possible, but unfortunately that wasn't really possible there. But it's okay, you know, we're almost at another Book of Revelations charge. I can continue rolling with this as long as is necessary, but I would love to be able to get rid of the Book of Revelations and pick up basically any item that gives me any offensive or defensive benefit instead. Unicorn Horn, Game Kid, obviously the nail is like a straight upgrade. Blue Candle at this point is a gimme as well, but we might not have the opportunity. We shouldn't earn a deal with the devil after this fight. In fact, we might not be able to earn deals with the devil for the rest of the game. So I don't know. Unless we get a Joker card, I guess it's a possibility. Alright, Meat Boy, you come in. The thing is, I don't want to drop a bomb quite yet, because I want to make sure that you can actually get in there first and not kick it back at me, as you so often do. So we'll drop another bomb in here. That should take out Monstro fairly quickly. Maybe this is going to be a little bit more difficult than the Mom boss fight. I mean, the Mom boss fight was kind of atypically easy for us on our last attempt. Kick it back in there. There we go. Actually, it's starting to get a little bit easier for us now as well. Good dodging. That was actually very close to me taking a lot of unnecessary damage there. So Meat Boy's just going to keep smiling. Very well done, Meat Boy. Up to the Cathedral. The thing is, if you were to define this run by the items that we have, what is the defining item? Well, obviously, it's fucking 4th level cube of meat. Excuse me. Woke up. Ah! My cat's, like, looking at me like he's really pissed right now. Like, well, come on, man, I was trying to sleep. Yeah, well, okay. Pay attention to the screen. Meat Boy is kicking these bombs back at you, which you don't want. If you were to define this run by the items that we have, you would say, okay, he's got 4th level cube of meat and what? Good base damage. I guess that's all I've got right now. Is that enough to beat Isaac? Most of the time, my gut reaction on instinct would be, fuck no. But we're gonna see if we can't, you know, turn that expectation on its ear. Because as of right now, I don't necessarily feel hyper confident in our abilities, but I wouldn't be surprised if we managed to eke out a fairly surprising win against Isaac, just by virtue of some lucky dodging. I mean, the real question, it's going to boil down to how fast is Isaac firing, and I think the answer most of the time is going to be real effing fast, which obviously I'm not a huge fan of, but maybe we'll be able to dodge. I don't know. We'll see. Isaac is kind of my Everest when it comes to boss fights. Even, I feel like if you beat Blue Baby... Actually, this is a good way of kind of articulating my thoughts on this boss fight and why I feel like the Isaac boss fight is so difficult. Oh, these guys are both still alive? Fuck, man. There we go. Beating Mom's Heart is... like, not an indicator at all of whether or not you're going to be able to beat Isaac. The difference in terms of difficulty between Mom's Heart and Isaac is staggering. Like, Mom's Heart is not difficult. I would say she's like a 5 out of 10 in Isaac boss terms. Isaac is a 9. Blue Baby's a 10. But if you beat Mom's Heart, you know, just because you beat a 5 out of 10 doesn't mean you have any possibility of beating a 10 out of 10, right? If you beat Isaac, I feel like you have a pretty good shot at beating Blue Baby as long as you know your health stays okay. But if you beat Mom's Heart, it's just like, yeah, you know, there's such a wide range of quality of runs that can beat Mom's Heart. Whereas with Isaac, at least at my skill level, you have to be basically good enough to beat Blue Baby to beat Isaac in the first place. Hopefully that's articulated fairly well, and you understand what I'm talking about. Now, we might want to stay at a half heart balance. 5.5 is functionally the same as 6 for us, because it's going to give us the permanent Polaroid invincibility for like 7 seconds. It's not really that staggering of an advantage, but it's okay. You know what? We will blow up the slot machine here. I don't have time for this shit. Please be, I was hoping it would be a full health pill. Range up. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. It might be the end of the world fairly shortly, though. So let's just back it up here. And we will continue onwards. I'm down to 2.5 now. The Charlie Sheen number. You know, we will pick that up just in case we manage to get more hearts in the future. It might not be the best course of action. Kind of wish I had more bombs. I can't help but feel that if I had bombed my way through a lot of this floor, it probably would have been a little bit easier for me. But, you know, I always get distracted when I do that as well, so maybe that's not the best course of action. We got a key. Good, in case we do make it to the chest, which is, you know, kind of unlikely, but could still happen. Within the realm of conceivable possibility, for sure. There's good. Another full heart for us, which is not necessarily great yet, but will or should be in the future. Oh, Meat Boy, no! Oh, Meat Boy, I fucking hate everything about you. Okay, good. We got a Spirit Heart back to make up for it, and now we're at a half heart balance. Maybe this is better. Although I would have preferred to do it without getting hit. That would have been more palatable for me, I think is the really correct way to put it. It's these fucking neutral flies that make the bomb flies so difficult to kill, unfortunately. We're still carrying a half heart balance. This is not this is a room that I'm gonna hate the shit out of. If you can fly on this room, it's the easiest thing in the world, especially if you have like Spirit of the Night, so you have Spectral Tears. But if you don't, this room is a total pain in the dick, and I just lost 1 full heart coming through. Okay, first things first. Meat Boy, you gotta get close. There we go. Okay, now the fun begins, and I imagine our death is basically 100% imminent here. I feel like I'm doing like some Mike Tyson dodges here, like I'm ducking under these punches and getting into the occasional jab. It's actually going fairly well so far, although that is our first damage, which is kind of disheartening. Oh, we barely got out of the way of that one. Oh, and there we go. So now we're on permanent Polaroid invincibility, which is not where we want to be necessarily. Please tell me the scapular at some point comes in. Okay, well, we tried. That was pretty good considering that all we had was good base damage and 4th level Meat Boy. We didn't have a lot of health. We didn't have any great defensive items, even Halo of Flies. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you found the run entertaining or at least a little bit informative. Keep suggesting your challenge runs. I will do the ones I deem most entertaining or appropriate. I like the vanilla runs as well, especially when you ran them at the start, because you never know what you're going to get, as Forrest Gump would say. You know the best laid plans of mice and men. You know, you never know what you're going to get. As always, thanks for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.